Ladies and gentlemen, this is Ballet Reign.
We are long overdue for another Ballet Reign Bop session, so here we are coming to you live,
Hot and fresh from the box, with 10 more, 10?
With a whopping 10 more pieces of ballet music to bop to.
If you are new to the Ballet Reign Bop session, hello and welcome. We are happy you are here. We're going to listen to some amazing pieces of ballet music today. And we're going to give them the appreciation that they properly deserve. Ballet gets a lot of credit for the dancing, but we don't really stop to think about the amazing musical masterpieces that we as dancers are very privileged to dance to many times in our career.
So that is the purpose of today's video. We're going to listen to and deeply appreciate 10 amazing pieces of music from the ballet repertoire.
Y'all know the drill. Grab yourself some headphones, slide yourself into a quiet place, block off your calendar, your time slot, and let's bop. Oh yeah, hit the like button. Oh, obviously. And then we'll go. This first piece is going to be, obviously, it wouldn't be a Ballet Reign video if we didn't include something from Swan Lake, something Tchaikovsky.
Clearly.
I think y'all already know this by now, but this is it's not one of the big showstopper pieces of music, kind of.
It's the beginning. We'll get into that, but it's the beginning, so I think naturally it is kind of like a big part of the ballet.
But it is still an incredible piece that we want to introduce to you guys today, and this is the opening of Act 1. Already, with these repeated notes, Tchaikovsky can build energy so fast because it's just like, it layers on top of itself, and it kind of just builds as the people are coming into the palace gardens, and they're excited because it's Siegfried's 21st birthday.
Yeah, big deal in the ballet world.
It is a big deal, so
listen.
And it just, I think the 16th notes help to add to the pace of it really helps to add to the pace and the excitement and the energy of the entire piece.
I get tingles when I listen to it. Like, it's just so much joy, so much energy, so much good vibes.
It's the best piece to play on the morning of your 21st birthday.
I don't know what would be better. I love the piccolo coming up. Oh, it's so energizing. I say that all the time, but really, truly it is. My only complaint about this one is that it's short. I would have wanted more of this. Like, I could listen to this on repeat for 2 hours. Like,
it's such a strong opening scene.
It's such a strong opening scene. It really sets the energy right.
Yeah.
Then it goes straight into the waltz.
Yeah.
Which is also a phenomenal piece. Highly recommend. But the opener, it's just so good. So perfect. Tchaikovsky, you did a good job. Don't listen to the haters. Don't listen to the haters. This is a masterpiece. So our next one, trigger warning for all of y'all out there who are a little bit sensitive in the realm of the Rite of Spring. We're talking about the Rite of Spring.
This is kind of funny because it is also an opener, but you'll get a bit of musical whiplash from the last one. We went straight from Swan Lake,
the classic of all classics, and we're going into something very, very much more modern and kind of not avant-garde, but
avant-garde for
the time. Yeah.
Here we go. Rite of Spring.
The Rite of Spring. The very first few notes and the opening of scene 1 is actually a huge masterpiece, and there's so much in this, and there's so much history in the music, and I think that's really what's fascinating if you can get past the fact how harrowing it is. But this very first bassoon solo is, I mean, you can find so many documentaries out there about the Rite of Spring in particular because it is such a genius composition. But this one was the representation of an actual folk tune back in the day. So Stravinsky kind of intertwined a little bit of history into the Rite of Spring.
It's so
It's eerie.
It's just, yeah.
It's haunting, but it's supposed to be very organic, very natural. It wasn't supposed to be like scary for the sake of being scary. It was just highlighting, you know, the roughness of, you know, the rural countryside.
Yeah, the rawness of it.
Yeah. And you can hear certain notes that kind of sound like, you know, the ducks kind of humming on the lake, and there's supposed to be the bubbling of a brook in there as well. Like, there's so much in this, and it paints a very vivid picture that kind of sets the scene before the curtain even goes up, and it becomes more and more busy. Like, you hear more animals and more of nature being kind of highlighted in different elements of the music, and I think that's really what kind of is the star of the show, is just the artisticness and the sort of way he was able to articulate a picture so clearly through sound.
I think it's really cool because there's a lot of dissonance, there's a lot of interesting chords and interesting just combinations of notes. Forgive my lack of eloquence in the...
Yeah, we're not music experts. We have to put that out there. We're not music experts.
We are just ballet experts.
We are ballet experts, very certified ballet experts, but we are music enthusiasts here to share our thoughts and opinions. But anyways, yeah, let's skip to the theme because this goes on for quite a bit. Here we go.
Suspense.
The suspense. The boom, 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 boom. And in a moment it'll go bum 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 continuously, and that just builds so much suspense. And here the curtain rises to show a scene of pagan Russia. And the people at the time really couldn't handle it. It was just so bizarre. And if you look at the score, it's like all the accents are in crazy places that you wouldn't expect. And even if it does have a time signature, that's the part that makes it sound like there is no time signature.
Yeah.
You know? But it's so different from what you would expect to see at a ballet theater. And then the music alone, but then when you add the ballet, it's even more crazy.
And I think even like when you hear it with like the ballet, the dancers' feet add a sort of percussive. Like they serve as another percussion.
It does.
It's really quite crazy.
It is.
It's wild. That's the opening of Rite Spring is probably the most iconic.
Yeah, for sure.
One of the most iconic pieces of music, not only in the balletic realm, but also in the musical realm.
For sure.
Stravinsky is considered generally a very acquired taste.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely not for everyone.
Not everybody's cup of tea. I think Stravinsky, he definitely left his mark on the music realm and in the balletic realm as well.
So listen to the whole thing. The whole thing is very good. Also, the Chosen One solo.
Oh my goodness.
That one is another breathtaking piece.
Breathtaking in like the best way and also the scariest
possible
way.
way. But highly recommend. Parental guidance is recommended, but highly recommend.
All right. Here we go.
We're gonna wind down a little bit after that.
Yes, whiplash the other way.
Yeah.
This is the Pahadita from Spartacus, and I'm convinced that this is one of the most beautiful pieces in the entire world. The rest of the ballet of Spartacus is considered very, very violent, very graphic kind of ballet. But in the middle of all of that, we have this absolute gem of a Pahadita. It's just... This is by Aram Khachaturian. Forgive my pronunciation.
Aram Khachaturian.
He should have written more ballets because it's just... Listen to... It's just... There's so much emotion in it and you can't tell whether it's supposed to be like euphoria or like despair. You just can't tell. It's just... It sounds so sad, but also so happy at the same time. And I think that's sort of the point in this part of the ballet. It's their last dance. They don't know it's their last dance yet, but it ends up
It is.
It's the last time they dance together.
For sure. And I think the music has that beauty and that sort of that dreamy, euphoric sort of feeling in it, but it also has sort of that
a farewell in it.
Yeah, farewell, kind of like impending
undertone.
doom in the undertones, but it just makes it sound so sweet, kind of in a haunting way, but it's also very sweet and kind of like intimate in a way.
Yeah,
I think.
there's so much complexity in it. It just hits you with all the feels.
It's so beautiful.
Literally, you can't find a better piece.
I don't know how it sounds so grand, but also so gentle at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, it's something that sounds so heavenly, something that's just so expansive, so grand, so large, but it's also just very soft and gentle and caring and loving, and it's so complex.
It's
so
very
deep.
complex. I just like this because in the story, it's almost like their mutual agreement, like they'll go to the death for each other. They know that, like, or I feel like they kind of sense that farewell coming.
Yeah.
They don't know it for sure, but so it's kind of like their last declaration of, like, you know, we're in this together, and we'll be here. Like, it's just a goodbye, but they don't know if it's quite a goodbye. Yeah. But it's like, we'll enjoy what time we have left.
Oh,
it's like,
it's so complex. I'm sorry.
I don't know how he can portray both ranges of emotion, like the most positive, like rejoicing because they're finally reunited.
Yeah, yeah.
But at the same time, just this despair.
Like, what if we never have this again?
Yeah.
But also, you want to enjoy the moment.
Yeah.
It's
how
like
can you
that battle?
How do you portray that in music so perfectly? It gets better.
Yeah, anyways, that's Spartacus Patita. Definitely take a listen because it is honestly one of the most beautiful pieces of music in terms of the Patita realm. So beautiful, so complex, and it has a special depth that a lot of Patitas don't go into.
Yes.
So this is a very unique one, so go check it out. By the way, our playlist, just like the other video, will be on Spotify if you want to listen to any of these pieces. We have a Spotify playlist. You can check the description box. All the pieces will be there for you to listen to on your spare time in case you want to just enjoy the bop.
Without us talking.
Without us talking over it. Now, okay, we gotta pick ourselves up a little.
Whiplash the other way.
Yeah,
musical whiplash with Ballet Reign.
So now we're gonna kick it way up to high gear again, but less on the scary side, like Rite of Spring, but more on like the super happy, exuberant side. And if you guessed the mazurka from Coppelia, there's a few of you I know I can count on to scream, Coppelia mazurka! You are absolutely correct. This one made it on the list because honestly, I don't think there is a better mazurka in all of ballet. This is the mazurka of all mazurkas, and probably, honestly, one of the best parts of Coppelia in general, my humble opinion, musically. Oh, so good!
You literally can't stay still.
Now the mazurka is a musical rhythm, and it goes exactly with 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That is the mazurka rhythm, and it's so much fun to dance to. It keeps the energy going throughout the whole thing. It sounds so deep and so heavy. It has so much weight to it.
Yeah. I just love the piece feels like friendship.
It
It's
friendship.
It's just friendship. It just seems like a friendly piece. If this piece were a person, it would be the most friendly, exuberant person, you know? Oh, to go skipping through the town with this on like full blast.
Honestly, yeah, this is another one you could just like hike through whatever public area, you drive on your car, whatever, with this on full blast, and you might make everyone smile. Like, it's just such a bright piece.
We should do a mazurka flash mob. We really should.
That is the best idea you've ever had.
Right?
That is the best idea you've ever had.
We need to do that. We need to make
Comment
that happen.
below. Should we do this? I think we absolutely should.
We should do it and then film it.
It's so good! It's so good!
It is sunshine incarnate in a piece.
It really is.
It's sunshine and like smiles and just friendship and happiness and just pure joy just radiating out of the speakers and into your ears, and just like it just injects you with like so much
does.
like
it carries
good
so
vibes.
much good vibes in it.
Yeah.
It's the best. It's just perfect.
It's everything.
That just made my entire day just listening to it.
It's so
it's
good.
The best.
If any of y'all need
Go
to pick
listen.
me up, this was it.
Yeah, this is the one. The next one is honestly another one of our, what am I saying? These are all personal favorites, okay?
Yeah.
This one is from the opera, The Tales of Hoffmann, but it is also the end of Gaieté Parisienne. It's kind of like the outro. The finale is the can-can, obviously, which is phenomenal. Go listen to it. But the kind of like the actual end of the piece, for some productions, is the Barcarolle by Jacques Offenbach. The whole ballet is so good. It's a comedy ballet, kind of funny, quirky the whole way through, and
it's a delightful little ballet.
But then this piece at the very end is just...
It's the end of this very delightful little ballet, Gaieté Parisienne. And what's happening in the ballet is that we've had a whole evening of excitement.
Yeah.
Everyone's finally kind of tired and going home. And I don't know how Offenbach can make a piece sound so much like nighttime.
Yeah,
but
seriously.
He does, and it's wonderful. It sounds like a parting ways.
Yeah.
So it's like very sweet. Like,
wishing.
thank you for a wonderful evening.
Yeah.
We're going home. It sounds tired, but in an adorable, sleepy kind of way.
Yeah, exactly.
Not tired like grumpy tired.
No.
Adorable, sleepy kind of tired.
Yeah.
And
I think even though it's a very simple melody, there's something about it that is just so magical. And I think that's kind of what makes the piece kind of so unanimous with like the general idea of, you know, well-wishing, saying goodbye, thank you for a lovely evening. It's such a simple thing, but it's also a very heartfelt and like kind of emotional thing.
absolutely.
So it just has all of those feelings and emotions in it, and it's just so warm and sweet. And
It's very tender, very comforting. To me, it sounds like relief. Like just the release after so much excitement and whatever, and like finally we're going home. Because it sounds like it just hey.
Okay.
Hey!
My favorite part coming up right here, this note at the top. It's so beautiful. It just like, oh, I can't. It's so beautiful. It's so romantic. It's so sweet. It's everything. It's like the perfect lullaby.
It is. That's maybe why
It just sets your heart at peace. It's just like everything's gonna be okay, and tomorrow we're gonna have more fun. But for now, just
for now.
rest. Go to sleep. This one's also very nice when played softly. Like it sounds amazing when it's loud, but if you want to just put it on softly, it sounds like a gentle whisper of a lullaby, and it's just.
It's so nice.
It's just lovely.
I feel like I could curl up and go to sleep now.
I know. Like, let's just stop the video here. All right. Night, everyone. Here's the next one. One of my favorite pieces in Le Corsaire. I mean, we already talked about Le Corsaire in our other Ballet Bop video, where we talked about Medora's Pas de Deux. But this is another charming piece from Le Corsaire. This is from Jardin Animé. Jardin Animé, literally translated, I believe means lively garden.
Yeah.
So it's, and honestly, I don't think it's much of a surprise. Like, the music perfectly conveys that.
I just love those little like pling,
Yeah.
because it sounds to me like the fountain, you know, on all the little water droplets kind of making the little like dropping noises.
The first time I ever heard this, fun fact, was at my very first summer intensive away from home.
Oh yeah.
And this was like a part of the summer showing, and I was like, I heard the music for the first time, and I was like, what is this magic? Like, it was enchanting, and honestly, I was kind of shocked no one could tell me which ballet it was from until I looked at the program. But that's when I found out it was Le Corsaire. I was seriously so obsessed with this piece, and I kind of still am, honestly. It's so beautiful.
It really sounds like walking through the garden and like touching all the flowers. You hear like the little fountain in the background.
Yeah.
And then it's an enchanted kind of garden, so there's like pearls and sparkles and
yes, exactly.
you know, like glitter and
like the part where it has the harp and it goes. It sounds like the fountains. They have little chirps of birds and
like wind chimes. Those
yeah,
little, like
it really does. The whole piece just blooms, and it's just.
It has a really delicate, crafted feel, like a little flower. You don't want to handle it too roughly.
Exactly. This is my favorite part here.
So this is Le Jardin Animé.
Yeah.
The whole act is quite impressive.
Yeah.
If you want to see some very top-notch quality corps de ballet work, that whole act, that whole scene, I guess, of the ballet, very, very beautiful. It's truly beautiful.
It is.
Quite magical. Just turn this on and all of a sudden you can craft your own garden in the expanse of your mind, I guess.
Exactly.
So,
okay. This one is
a lot of you in our other Ballet Reign Bops, a lot of you guys told us that your favorite ballet bops was from Cinderella. We had a lot of people saying, you know, Cinderella's
that and the Rite of Spring.
Cinderella and the Rite of Spring were the main two. So yes, the famous waltz is very, very, very popular. And it's amazing. I love that one. But it is also very, very well known. So we're going to share with you one of our favorite
That's
pieces.
a little bit less popular.
And this is the duet of the stepsisters with the oranges.
Yeah, history time.
So basically in the ballet, the oranges were given out as like party favors.
Oranges were exotic in the day, and then, you know, to get an orange is like, whoa,
an orange.
An orange.
And so the stepsisters get their oranges and they're way too excited about them.
Yeah, and they
so
just have this whole duet
whole
just
thing.
to themselves, and it's just them with their oranges going completely ham. Here we go.
For this reason, I wish someone would cast us as stepsisters.
Wouldn't that have been fantastic?
That would have been so much fun.
Oh my gosh, if we were the stepsisters, we might actually be too fabulous.
Can you see us as stepsisters? Do you think we'd be good? It's so
goofy.
It reminds me of like the clown song, like the entry of the Gladiators, that piece.
It's like that.
But it's ballet.
But ballet. I think we could have been really great. I want to be the evil stepsisters. I kind of wish we were now.
I know, I think so. I think we would have been really good.
Can you imagine? It'd be so funny.
It's
this is my favorite part.
It's
so funny.
It's just madness. It's chaos. It's like absolutely like unhinged.
serious. It's hilarious. It's just so goofy, kind of foolish in a way.
It's absolutely foolish. There's no sense, no coherent thought, just oranges. Like,
My favorite part is that later in the next act, when they get home from the ball, this little motif comes back, and then they're like obsessing over the oranges at home. They're still not over the oranges. I just think it's funny. I can't get enough of it.
Yeah.
I really wish someone would cast us as the two evil stepsisters.
We would guest with anybody.
Yeah,
like any company out there.
If you need two evil stepsisters, our contact information is in the description box.
Yeah.
So this is the introduction to our next one. It's from La Bayadere. And it's kind of the end of a very dramatic scene. Nakia just had a big episode with the Brahmin, kind of got in trouble.
Yeah.
And I mean, in general, all that goes on in the temple is kind of intense. I mean, all the sacrificing and whatever rituals they do, it's very intense. So then we just have this flute solo that's just kind of the calm after all of the chaos that we've had in Act 1 so far. So it's kind of that reprieve.
So they're sort of her inner thoughts.
Yeah, just reflecting.
Like, it's very, very drawn inwards, I think.
I agree. Much of La Bayadere it goes way into Nakia's psyche.
Yeah.
And we talked about this in our other Nakia video, but
It's very introspective.
it is.
It really analyzes sort of everything that's going on for her specifically as the protagonist.
For sure. But here's the main part. When Solar finally comes and they're reunited after a long day, and it's just that joy, that refreshment, like, finally.
Yeah.
I waited all day for this. It's so beautiful. This is literally the song that I hum to myself, like, when I'm feeling really sad and
Oh,
to
really?
pick myself up. Like, this is the melody I will hum to myself. It's healing. It's very healing for your soul.
It's so
you know?
healing. I think it's because it's so unrestrained. Like,
Yeah.
it's just, it's from the very depths of, like,
Of your soul.
the heart of the music, I suppose.
Yeah, I
It's
guess
just-
so.
Maybe it's the way the orchestra plays it in this particular way, the way it was written. It's
Maybe.
it's very generous. It just pours out, like.
It's such a simple melody, again, but it's just so warm. It feels like a musical comfort blanket.
It is.
Maybe that's why I always have this one to myself.
It feels like it's very soft and very, like, flowy.
It does. But it also has that passion, but it's also in a very soft, gentle way.
It's immersive.
I love this part.
It sounds like an exhale, it does.
It does. But you can't help it. You just unconsciously just exhale because it's just that release.
Yeah.
This one's a really healing piece.
It's-
Highly recommend.
So the next piece of music that we're talking about today is from a rather obscure-ish ballet,
It's definitely not as popular as it should be.
a rather obscure Ashton ballet called The Two Pigeons, or Le
Les deux pigeons.
Pigeon.
Forgive me, please. But anyways, this is like their first official pas de deux between our two ballet protagonists, the young girl and the young man.
And so the whole pattern of the idea of, throughout the whole ballet actually, it basically compares the main couple to two actual pigeons. So
Yeah, the parallelism.
and
You'll hear the kind of the pigeony, kind
Yeah.
of the dove-like
Pigeonness.
sounds in the music as it goes on. Sort of that quality in it. And I think it's kind of a quirky piece.
it's a very unserious piece. Yeah.
She leans her head on his because she's a kooky character.
It's a very unserious. It's just ridiculous because there's nothing serious about a pigeon. You know, so the
there's
the
really
patata is meant to sort of emulate the pigeonness of the couple, and there's nothing serious about a pigeon. So thereby, there's nothing serious about this patata. And I feel like it just has an overall very cheeky, a ton of quirks, and it kind of puts you in a very chipper sort of mood. It's sort of what would play when you're going about your daily work, but like in a sort of peppy kind of way.
Yeah. I like it when she kicks her feet and she has her this cute little lip. It's so cute.
You can hear like the pigeon, like, you know, they're bobbing their head.
Yeah, how
that
they do
little
the thing with their head when they walk.
I can't do it.
It sounds like that.
And
it has those very round tones.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like a very gentle cooing of like the doves and the pigeons, like the kind of sound that they make. And I think that was a very good musical choice, just to make it sound very round.
Here's the cooing.
It sounds so much like it if you ever listen to the doves or the pigeons. But also very romanticized and very just lovebirds. I mean, what can you say?
It's so sweet. It just sounds like pigeons. The pigeonness. We all have pigeon needs. Hopefully this will fulfill your pigeon needs for the day. You can hear it, the bird-like quality in it. And a very light-hearted, not bird-like as in swan-like. But bird-like as in literal
pigeon.
And not even bluebird. Bluebird's a little more piercing, a little more like alert.
Yeah.
And the pigeon one is
languid, lazy bird, just kind of just
snuggling, like when they do the floof thing. When they like settle down and you can't see their feet.
Yeah.
And they loaf
kind of, yeah.
It sounds like that, like just a very contented little bird.
It's a goofy patata, kind of a goofy song, not like goofy foolish like Oranges.
Yeah.
But
goofy in a very adorable,
endearing way.
How can one encapsulate a pigeon so perfectly? I don't know. How these composers can really just drive the point home will forever be a mystery to me.
Through sound, through instruments,
it's literal air waves.
Yeah.
I saw this thing the other day. It's just music is just wiggly air, and I was like, gosh, it is cool. You can just make the air wiggle in a way that makes your brain think of a pigeon. I don't know. That's just
that's kind of weird when you think of it.
Yeah, like
that's really
a composer would be like, this is how to make the air wiggle so that your brain thinks of a pigeon.
That's kind of genius.
It died.
No. Let's go get a charger. The last one! We got a charger. We're all good now. Crisis averted. But the last one today is gonna be a finale. We have to finish with a finale. And this is honestly one of our favorite finales in the ballet repertoire.
I feel like every piece we've introduced, we're like, this is one of our favorite whatever.
Yeah, I know. Legit. This time it's legit, okay? This is our favorite finale. One of our favorite finales. But this is from Napoli. What a surprise. We've talked about Napoli a lot on this channel, and we gotta talk about the finale. The pas de six is so popular, the variations, everything.
Tarantella.
We did a video on the Tarantella. Check it out. But the finale is absolutely phenomenal. And it happens like basically right after the Tarantella.
All the finale vibes. It's like it has that finale feel, you know? I don't know how to describe it.
This one is in celebration of two very important events. A wedding and also the harvest. And that is a big deal. I remember this part. This one's legit whiplash.
For real. Oh my goodness, I love this.
This is like the part where we take the poles. Do you remember how heavy those were? They were incredibly heavy. They're not heavy when you hold it like this, but when you had to dance with it like out here, very heavy.
It has the same kind of feeling as the Nutcracker finale.
Yeah.
It has the same feeling, like all right, wrapping it up, everybody.
Yeah.
Like, thank you for coming.
Absolutely.
And it's had a wild ride, but it's coming to the end. So it's like has that bittersweet, but like ultimately,
It's just overjoyed.
It's just overjoyed.
Yeah.
I love the music. There's so many different sections in it, and it just gives you all the good vibes. It's like it's a final thank you to the audience as well. You kind of like break the fourth wall at that point.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, because before it was usually all towards your fellow dancers, and now
This is the best part here.
it's just thank you for coming. Hope you enjoyed the show. Yay, thank you everyone. Oh,
This is the best.
and you do a little like the little twirl, yeah. And then the guys over here like they're just like
And then you do the little. Honestly, just by this point, the music has made you so happy. You don't even feel tired. These are tiring steps, granted.
Very tiring.
Very, very tiring. You're traveling backwards. It's always awkward. But you just want to keep going because it's just so, I say this all the time, energizing.
I love that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Finales have a special place in my heart. I just love having that little moment before reverence. A little moment before reverence just to actually thank the audience as your character.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly.
I
It's
always
so
loved
special.
that. Yeah.
No, it's really, really cool, and it's a nice experience for the audience, I think, as well. It's ta-da!
So much nostalgia, so much
Oh
throwback.
my gosh!
I love this piece.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, the Napoli finale. All of Napoli. I mean, the music's so amazing.
The music is really, really good. I think that's it, right?
That just about wraps it up. Those were our second edition of 10 amazing ballet bops for y'all. Hopefully we could introduce you to some new pieces. I think we had a lot of sort of more obscure stuff this time around.
We tried. We tried.
So as always, make sure you comment your favorite ballet bops. We are considering doing a subscriber edition, so where we'll listen to you guys' favorites and bop with y'all and enjoy them. So if you're interested in that, comment below and comment your favorite ballet bop. We will look into it and hopefully, stay tuned, hopefully you'll see it in the future.
Remember, our Ballet Bop playlist is officially live right now, when you're watching this, right now, on our Spotify account, so you can find us. I think it's at Ballet Reign Bop.
We'll put it here.
The link is in the description. You can find us on there, and then you can bop as many times as you want, as long as you want, whenever you want. That is made available for your convenience on Spotify, so go ahead and check it out. Remember to like and subscribe, and share this video with a friend as well, because we want the joy and happiness and blankets of comfort and the foolishness, all of that. We want to share it with all of our ballet nerd friends around the world. Go ahead and do that. I'm sure your friends will thank you.
And I think that is all from us for now. This is Ballet Reign signing off. Until the next video.
Bye.
Stravinsky he's very cool in his own right.
Yeah.
And he has his
In his own right.
I'm a poet.
The finale is phenomenal. And the finale is just great.
Phenomenally.
The phenomenally.
Phenomenally.
The phenomenal finale is very phenomenal.